Hey, everybody, welcome to TAN TV, the African American Network. We have local field with global reach, watching Out of Bounds with myself, T Rex. Denise is running a little behind, and I think Marie is working. So we're going to get this ball rolling right now. We're going to talk about cheating. Why is cheating okay in relationship? I know Denise is really hating starting missing the beginning because she wants to tear me a new one. But with that being said, let's just get going. So for everybody out there, do you think anybody out there right now thinks cheating is a good thing? Because I'm gonna tell you from a personal experience, it is not. Just want you to know that it is not. It's not all it's cranked up to be. It's a lot of pain and agony for both parties, and it's not healthy for the brain. What's up, Jennifer? I see you watching. So I just say to everybody, if you know, the only reason I would think cheating would be acceptable if you was in an open marriage, and then that is not cheating. And I don't think cheating if yeah, I'm solo tonight. Ooh, yeah, I'm solo tonight. It's this. I don't know if Denise is coming in. I don't know what's going on in the big city, Clarksville. She might have had to go to work or something's going on. Hey, Houston. Hey, in Texas, how y'all doing out there? Somebody tell me, is it okay to cheat? Why is cheating okay in some relationships? That's what I want to know. Because I just think, from personal experience, it's not a good thing to do it, period. It doesn't make any friends, and it makes a lot of hurt and pain. That's what I'm talking about. It is never okay to cheat. I agree with you. It's never okay to cheat. You know why it's not okay to cheat? Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to get hurt. And hopefully it ain't physical, fellas. You get caught, it could be physical. Some couples do have agreements. I agree they probably have an agreement. But I think that would be called an open marriage. Would you agree with that? If it was an open marriage, or if one of them couldn't perform and gave the okay for the other one to go out and just have sex, not a relationship, just have sex. I think that would probably be the only situations I can think of. Now, then again, I don't know. Everyone cheats now. Whoa, that's a blanket statement. I don't know. I don't know. I would hope not. I would hope not. I would hope that people out there don't all cheat. That's all I can say. I mean, it's kind of weird to sit here and talk about cheating when I call myself a reformed cheater because I quit. It cost me a lot, not just financially, but emotionally and family ties. So I don't think it's anything special about cheating. I think if there was a good reason to do this, I would think you should sit there and ask if that's what you want. You know, people cheat left and right due to social media and secret text apps. Yeah, that kind of is it too. Hey, Laura, what you say? How would I feel if a woman cheated on me? I've had that happen. Uh, and at the time I was cheating, Laura. So I think the best question to ask is, payback's a bitch. You just have to deal with it. You just can't jump on somebody and do that. Yeah, I think that social media, secret text apps, I don't really know if that's considered cheating. I'm not going to argue with whoever sent that in. Hey, Denise is here. So I'm not going to say that is something that would be, she said, Laura said, yes, says, hey, Denise, we started a little
Hey,
early. Well, we didn't start early. We figured you might be out and about. You look like you were some nice earrings
lucky.
on, girl. Where was you at? Was you out cheating? She froze, or did I freeze? Oh, there she goes.
I think I was at a
Oh, okay.
cookout.
We was talking about cheating. Laura said cheating is what a woman. How I feel when a woman cheated on me. I told her it happens. You just have to
Hey,
deal with it. You can't cry. You
thank
can't
you.
cry wolf if you're doing the same thing. What did you say?
About
Did you hear me,
cheating?
Denise?
Yeah,
Yeah,
about
that's
cheating.
Laura asked me, did I ever have hoes? Did I ever have anyone cheat on me before? I said, yeah, you know, if you're doing it, somebody's gonna do it to you eventually. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
can you
Yeah. Just don't cheat.
it said, Mr. T Rex, why did you cheat? And then somebody said, get him, Denise. Well, I don't know. I think cheating is mostly ego for fellas. That's what I can say. I'm not gonna say that's for every fella, but I think that cheating is ego. Either way you do it, if you're cheating on social apps, on Facebook, any way that you think, I think it's just for me personally, I would say that it's just ego to make sure you still got that in case you get kicked out the house. You still got a little bit of game. And that's it. Laura said, I believe if a relationship is healthy,
I don't know.
neither want or need to cheat. It costs a lot. It does cost a lot, especially when you get caught. It costs a lot. But Denise, you help me out. What do you think about that? Laura's question. Can you see it?
Yes, yeah. It should be that way, but it's not. Um, if you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat. And most of the time men cheat. Women do their little stuff too, but majority of the time it's the man that cheat.
Mhm. Well, now I'm not gonna throw shade yet. I'm gonna throw shade later. But it says, why do men cheat? That's variable reasons. Like I
Yeah, why
stated
do they
earlier,
cheat? That's a good question. Why do they cheat?
ego, ego is one. Peer pressure, we might add that to your ego. And I
And just
think,
because they want to.
yeah, and not because they're not getting what they think they deserve at home. I mean, that's the
But what if
bottom
they
line.
get? But a lot of men get what they deserve at home. They still cheat.
Well, then it could be his ego, or it could be pure pressure. I know that, as you well know, a lot of our fraternity brothers, my fraternity brothers, she's a little sister kitten, and they get somewhere and think that because of somebody else is doing, they have a little peer pressure on. I don't think everybody cheats, and Jennifer's not everyone cheats, but I would say men cheat more than women. I think I would do that.
That's true.
Somebody
Men
said,
can have the baddest chick and the most loyal, and will still cheat. Exactly. I've seen it done. Yes.
yeah, I would
Hmm.
agree. I would agree. I would agree. I think when you have you got your 10, uh, but I use an analogy today, and I think it's pretty good for this. I think if everybody knows about the dog and the bone in his mouth, and he drops it in the water, trying to get the other dog bone. I
Well,
think
I'm
that's what
sorry to
me.
make you emotional.
I'm not emotional. I'm just saying about the dog and the bone. If
No,
the
somebody said this topic makes them emotional.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, they said they was cheated on, and I don't think I ever recover from it. Ah, now that I can't tell you. What are you? I don't know. Are you male or female? That's a good question because
Yeah.
then it'd be one of us should have to help.
It is hard to recover, but you just got to pick yourself up and go on. It's hard to recover, but you have to pick yourself up. I've been cheated on several times, and you have to pick yourself up and go on. It's going to take you a while, especially if it was a close relationship and you were in love and all this and y'all been together for a while. But you got to learn to pick yourself up and go on. Especially if it was nothing that you done wrong, and you've been loyal, and he's cheating. It's time to tell him to get his suitcase and picture off the wall and go.
Yeah, we got two comments. We're gonna read Laura's first because it was here for us. Laura says, "I think you're all above it, and then the opportunity presents itself, and people don't walk away, and lust is powerful." Now, I would agree with that. And then we have somebody on here says, "I'm Claire, who never
But
recovered."
somebody
Claire,
said, but first, there's another
read the
one
guy
before
first.
that.
Read the guy first. He said,
I'm a man, and my girlfriend cheated on me. Never got back in another serious relationship. Yeah, I can
"Well,
see it does cause that. And then the one says, I'm Claire, who never recovered.
I think it's the problem is trust. Once you've been cheated on, and I'm just
It's
saying
hard.
I'm saying it from the cheater side, not the cheatee. I'm the cheatee, not, well, I don't know how to say it. I'm the one did the cheating, the ladies with me. I think trust is it. And once you lose that trust, it's really downhill in a relationship. I mean, because you, no matter what you do or how perfect you try to be after that, it's always that doubt in their mind. I think it's that you're going to continue to do it again. You can
Somebody
just
said
accept. Go ahead.
it's better to just have relations because no one cares to commit anymore.
Well, yeah, yeah, and Laura said it does cause trust issues. It does, and I can understand. I mean, who would want to get back in a serious relationship and next thing you know, you get hurt again? Oh, somebody's ringing. That you ringing? So that's what I think. I think that's the most important thing, and I think if you've been cheated on, uh, it's even hard to trust your next person that you're dating because you assume that if you see something that reminds you of it,
Yeah.
you believe that's what that person is doing. So I mean, it's I don't know. Denise had to step away for a minute. I think the best thing to do, which I did, you got to go look for help and find out what you're doing. Mine came from a car accident, a lot of health issues, and the opportunity to actually talk to some VA psychiatrists to figure out what was going on with me. And so I'm not saying I'm perfect. I just say as long as you remind yourself of what you were, always remind yourself. It's like being an alcoholic. You know, if you have one drink, it may happen. If you flirt too far, it may happen. You may slip. So I can only say don't flip, don't trip, because that's a long fall, and you can be broke, not just financially. You can be broken. Your heart can be broken, and that's it. And yeah, people are honest. People are honest with this topic. I think it's hard to accept that you were cheated, and if you really hurt, you're kind of bitter, so you want to lash out. I think it hurts no matter what. This is a hard topic to honestly cover, and I'm just telling you, I'm sure sooner or later, some one of my exes are going to come on and tear me a butthole because I probably cheated on them. And it's nothing you can say or do to make them feel better about it because it hurts, it stings. And that's the bad thing about cheating. So, my recommendation, uh, if you go into a relationship and you want to have multiple partners, then I would say have that conversation with your person. And that's the only way I can believe cheating is okay. If you have that conversation and both of y'all agree with that. If both of y'all agree with it and it's a done deal, then there's really not cheating. It's just basically y'all swingers. And you either swing alone sometime or you swing with somebody else. So that's what it is. So mm, that's the only thing I can think. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. Well, here's Denise. Here she is. Somebody asked Denise, people are not even honest with this topic. In your words, why would you think people wouldn't be honest in this topic, Denise?
Hmm. I think some people just wouldn't be honest because they just won't tell the truth. Some people just like to cheat. They're going to cheat regardless. They're going to
Hmm.
cheat if they want to cheat. That's what they're going to do, and they're going to keep on cheating. Sometimes when you can catch them dead straight, and they said that wasn't me. They're going to cheat, and then they're going to keep on cheating.
Yeah, that is true.
And some people just not honest about cheating and when they get caught, they still lie about it.
Yeah, even though they caught, they still lie. So I'm hold on there, habitual cheater. Laura said they're not owning it, and then she also said it's not an open relationship. If it's not an open relationship, it's not cheating. And then someone said, well, T-Rex, some men are just habitual cheaters.
Right, what I just said. They
Yeah,
just
that's what you
cheated.
said. And I kind of go, yeah, yeah, girl, you tell the truth. All I can say is this, fellas. If you want a good relationship, uh, make sure that's the one for you before you settle down. If it's not the one for you, don't hurt her feelings. Move on, and that's it. I mean, I I have to say this. When you're in a fraternity or any kind of social group, sorority or fraternity, any kind of social group, when you have a lot of gatherings, it's possible that you can be approached or you can approach someone to cheat. So I just say,
And yeah, before that commercial, it says, man, try to make it seem when they get caught, try to make it seem like you okay. You're crazy.
that's
Yeah,
true.
when you
All right,
catch
we'll
it.
get back to you, Laura. And hello, Angela. We'll get.
This is Coach Abbott, head coach of Southwest Legacy, home of the Titans, and you are watching TAN TV.
Yeah, they
No,
try to
not
make it
all
seem like
men.
you crazy.
They do. Laura said,
And
not all men and
I'm
women are
sick of
cheaters.
somebody say I'm
Are
sick
cheaters.
of men and their lies.
Well, how can I say this and not get tore up later? I just think, fellas, we try to stroke our egos. I think that's what it is. And I think as a mature man who was a young man doing a lot of stupid things, I would recommend that you don't worry about your ego and worry about who you really want to be. It says all men cheat, and then they try to finesse their reasons.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I think you have to be true to yourself, fellas. And I'm just going to talk to the fellas since I'm pretty sure uh, men cheat more than women. So, fellas, I just think you should take your time and find the one that can do everything that you need her to do for you. Then you don't have to cheat. And ladies, I'm going to say this. I know men lie to you, but y'all smarter than us. Y'all know if we're in a relationship or we're married or whatever. You know that. So don't put yourself in that situation. Tell him no. I don't care if he's your longtime fling or he's the guy you think you want to be with. Don't help him achieve his cheating goal because,
Somebody
like I
said because my husband um cheated me, I no longer trust men. I just deal with them.
said, yeah, and that's it's a lot of women out there like that, and that's I won't say that's normal. That's really sad because someone shouldn't have treated them like that. And like I said before, I'm not throwing shade on the fellas. I was in that situation. I'm just saying that when you sit here like myself and you look back, there's a lot of extra wasted money, wasted energy, and the most important thing, you lost a friend. So, okay,
And they
here we
said
go.
because of DMs, everyone be cheating.
Now is now that's what I don't understand. Is cheating having a flirtatious conversation on a computer or in person? Is the
But
conversation it is cheating?
yes, Terry.
Well, okay, so what's the definition of cheating then? I thought the definition yes, T
If
Rex.
you're
Somebody
in a
said yes.
relationship with somebody and y'all are in a mutual relationship,
Hmm.
y'all don't date anybody, anyone else or anything. And if you even text and say something to a girl or vice versa or man, whatever, that's cheating.
Hmm.
If you're
Fellas,
in a committed relationship,
fellas,
you
do
don't
you
need to
think
be
that's
talking to
cheating?
nobody else, charming them, or it's a form of cheating. You don't need to be talking to nobody else, saying things, or you looking nice and stuff like that.
I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the fellas. Fellas, one of y'all come on and tell me. You ain't got to say your name because we don't want you to get murdered. But do you feel the same way? If you just saying, "Hey," you see somebody coming and say, "Hey, beautiful, how you doing?" I'm. Oh, okay, okay. So I got two. Laura, Denise, you can read the one over here. I'll just read it. It's another excuse for cheating, T-Rex. That they said that. And yes, flirting on a computer or in person is disrespectful to your partner, and it can
Right,
lead to physical cheating. That was
right.
Jennifer. So,
My wife
okay.
is forcing me to say yes. Okay, see there? My wife
What
is
is it
forcing him to say yes.
say? My wife is forcing me to say yes. Laugh out loud. Yo, what's up, Noob? Hey, uh, um, I recommend you say yes to every question you got. She has to keep you safe at night. But yeah, I think I would agree with with Jennifer when she says if it's flirtatious and emotional cheating is cheating. So what's emotional cheating, Laura? Is that when you just hello, how you doing, or rekindling a old flame, but you don't really plan on doing something? Explain that one to me, Laura. Okay, here we go. You want to read it? Or you want me to read it? Because I got it on the big screen so I can see it
No,
better.
it's all right. Go
Okay, go
ahead.
ahead. Okay, I may have a couple of ideas on meanings of it, but I don't want to get lower bit
Lord
tonight.
Robert, Lord
He didn't want to
revive
get Lord
tonight.
Babbitt. I know he's talking about he didn't want to get his thing cut off.
That's right.
Bro, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad. It's just kind of hard to sleep with one eye open. I don't think any of us got that trait down. We can't keep that one eye open.
And I
But
don't want to get glued either.
oh, woo! I told you about that before. My ex sister in law is a nurse, and she was telling me stories about chicks gluing their husbands, super gluing their penis to their legs. So, mm-hmm.
T-Rex, don't be visiting those clubs.
I don't go to club. I don't go to no clubs. And if I do, I'm taking somebody with me. I'm not doing that club stuff alone because no matter what you do, even if you go with the fellas, you're gonna get in trouble. I know that sounds that bad for a grown man to say that, but if you want your marriage to work or your relationship to work, you got to set boundaries for yourself. Oh, there's
There's
other forms of
there's all
cheating.
forms of cheating. It's not only what is it? Penetration. Yeah, there's all
Penetration.
forms of cheating. Yeah, it's not
Well,
only penetration. Um,
so okay, then again, I ask this question: is flirting with no intent to have any physical contact cheating? That's just flirting. I I just asked because I'm a flirt. Denise, you knows I'm a flirt. I just asked. I just want to know if I'm not have no intentions and I'm not giving out the vibe that I'm giving you and that I'm interested in us doing the nasty. I'm just flirting. Like, hey, beautiful, how you doing?
but
Is
that
that
person
considered?
may think but that person may be taking that a different way.
Oh, okay. So you can't just come up to one of your old friends like when what's up, my cousin watch, what's up, Kevin? Well, I can say this to Denise because I consider her a good friend, not just because he's on the show, because I know him forever. I can walk him to Denise, say, hey, beautiful, and kiss her on her forehead, and it's nothing but a greeting. It's not sexual, it's not anything. So, oh,
But that
no,
but I know that you're not trying to. Like I said, it's what if the other person may be taking it different. But I know that you're
oh,
not trying to go with me.
yeah, yeah, okay. And somebody told me, say, T Rex, your ass needs you slow your ass down. Cheating
It's
because
cheating because it
it
leads
leads to
to
ish.
ish.
No, T Rex, damn.
No, T-Rex, damn.
Kissing somebody on the forehead is disrespectful.
Whoo.
Okay, flirty equals intentions. Okay, what's up? Kevin said, "What's up?" My cousin Kevin said, "What's up to
Hey,
everybody?"
Kevin.
I don't know, T Rex. I don't know. I mean, kissing somebody on the forehead, that's just you can love someone without wanting to, as a friend, without wanting to have sex with them. I still
Yeah.
don't get that. I don't get that. If
See,
I see
yeah.
Denise and I kiss her on her forehead, it ain't like I'm grabbing her. Well, first of all, she probably beat the shit out of me if I try to kiss her and tongue her down. So by just hugging her, kissing her on the forehead until I love her, because I do love her. Is that wrong?
If if
Uh-oh.
I if I was your woman and you kissed someone a woman on the forehead, it's on. Wow.
So you can't even hug her. You can't give him a hug. I'm
It's
waiting.
okay to have a woman as a friend. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
it
It's
is.
okay, especially like in the situation with me and T Rex. I don't see nothing wrong with him doing that. And if I was his woman, I wouldn't get mad at that because that me and T Rex is we're not doing nothing.
Yeah. So
He's like my
Jennifer
brother.
said,
He's like my
yeah,
brother.
yeah. Jennifer said, Terry, you always trying to justify that. I'm not justifying anything. I just want to clarify. And while she's listening, I want to clarify what I can do and what I can't do. So I don't come home and wake up neutered. You know, I don't, like my man said, what's her name? Bobbit, Bibbit, what's her name?
Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah, I don't want to end up one day with my stuff gone. Only if she knows you. See, so I don't think that's a big problem. Now, it could be a problem if your mate doesn't know who you know that are. So maybe you should
That's what I'm saying. Right.
introduce them first, and then later on in the evening or in the next meeting, you can do that. Okay, here we go. If my man danced, hugged, or even kissed a woman on the cheek, I'm
I'm
good
good.
as long as
It's
he.
okay to have friends. Yeah, it's okay to
Yeah,
have friends of the opposite sex.
it is. I mean, you grow up with people. All right, my cousin said. This is what my cousin said. I'm guilty of flirting too much. Well, I was good at it. When I
Yeah.
ran into a relationship, I avoided it. Yeah, you have to. I mean, I think I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm not trying to say that I'm just not trying to.
Well,
Somebody
thank
said
you.
Denise.
I think so too.
Yeah. What did it say, Denise? I'm sorry, a man was dumb enough to cheat on you.
Yeah.
I think anybody's been cheated, and I'm going to say I did it. So yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. You lose friends. I've lost a lot of good friends, and I lost relationships, and I lost money, and it really, with all that being said, it was really not worth anything other than I should have just kept my behind at home and did what I had to do.
Somebody
So
said I cheated on my girl and hurt her so much. I never recovered from hurting her.
yeah, I would agree. I would agree. You know, it I'm not sitting here to try to justify anything, but I truly believe that it happens and somebody's gonna be hurt. And if you're the one hurt or the one hurting, you're still gonna be hurt because you're gonna miss out on that person. You're gonna miss out on that person that you live, no matter if it was just a month or two, that could have been something special that could have took you the rest of your life, but you ruined it. And if you do it later in life as an old fool, you still ruin it. So you just have to relax. And I think communication, and I'm not going to put the blame on anybody other than myself when I say this. I think you should communicate to your spouse or your significant other if
Yes.
you're not happy. That's all I can say.
Somebody said I've been married for 37 years. Thank heavens. However, I cheated on my first wife and lost that person as a great friend. Yeah, that happens.
That happened. That has. And Lord said, the guilt is terrible and hard to get past. It is hard to get past because you know you ruined that relationship. You know you ruined that relationship, and I don't care which sex you are. You ruined that relationship. Now, fellas, I'm gonna let you know a little secret. If you don't know, women are better cheaters than us. We ain't the smartest thing on the planet. You know, we got muscles. We got big muscles for a reason. We don't got them big old brains for a reason. So,
No.
I'm gonna tell you,
Y'all
don't.
yeah, y'all don't know how to cheat.
I'm just telling you.
T Rex, we communicate. Give up give up things and readjust ourselves just to have you a-holes still cheat on us.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what happens. I wish I had the answer because I fell in that hole myself, so I had to dig my way out, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. And I'm not saying that it was easy. This subject is such a sore subject. Yeah, but we need to talk about it because most people don't know how
Yeah.
to cope with it. I think you should sit down. If you think your spouse is cheating or your boyfriend is cheating, your girlfriend is cheating, sit down and ask. And if you really want that person, like that person said earlier, fix what you broke. Fix what you broke. Accept it. You know, we got guys out there. Go ahead and read them, Denise, and I get into that.
It says, I don't think the cheater ever really recover.
Oh, I think cheaters, even if they do recover, they still have to understand that no matter what little bit that they may do, they still is considered cheating. So you just have to put that stuff that you did in the past and not do it again. Because if your spouse doesn't know that Denise is my friend, and then I kiss her on the forehead, then she may assume that I'm trying to have sex with Denise. So I think that you should always tell her, you introduce your spouse first, and then tell her who Denise is or who that friend is, and maybe it's better. I just
This is
think
a
that,
whole different situation like this one. My
yeah.
husband cheated, lied and lied. My husband cheated, lied, and lied only to give me a disease.
Ooh, that's a whole
How?
different. That's a whole different.
Commercial.
That's a whole different. That
Yeah,
crosses a whole
that's
different.
really.
We got another commercial. Go. We'll get to that when we come.
Action.
Hey y'all, it's Key from my show, The Key to.
Uh, wow, that's hard to.
I'm just gonna tell you, if someone gives me a disease, that cheating give me a disease, somebody better have 6250 of how much it ever just cost to get me out of jail because I'm going off.
Hey, fellas, you better believe it. Or if she don't go to jail for doing something herself, person to you, Suge might bite your gonads off. Just let you.
Because that's just ridiculous right there.
I'm going to the
This
clink. Yeah, she's
what
going
was
to
that?
the
Somebody said we accept cheating because we don't want to lose the lifestyle.
clink. Now, was that a woman that said that or a man that said that? Because I think, I think that was probably a woman. The title is "Why Do We Accept?" and focused on that. Okay, producer. So why would you accept? That's a good reason why you would accept, because you don't want to lose your lifestyle.
Right.
You don't want to lose your lifestyle. You don't want to lose your family. You don't want to lose your kids. You don't want to lose anything. Oh, okay. I
Now,
got
if you accept the cheating, then you're gonna have to go with what the consequences are.
yeah.
You know.
But the thing is exceeding accepted. Before we get to the stand on focus, um, if one partner thinks someone is cheating, but the other partner doesn't think it's cheating, how do you resolve that issue? Well, Jennifer, I'll tell you this: you quit. You just if you think you online hello baby is wrong to strange women, you quit. Okay, and see, and because cheating is not acceptable. Does anybody believe cheating is acceptable? That's a good question. And when I say cheating, I don't mean permission to cheat. If your person has a, yeah, why would you is I would just want to know, is it acceptable? Is cheating acceptable? That's what I
Yeah,
want to
that's
know.
the question.
That's the question.
That's
I
why
mean,
we're
I
getting all
know.
the different. Yeah, some people are saying no. Some people are saying yes. You know, and the reason why we're asking, if you're saying yes, why? If you're saying
Why?
no, why?
Why? I just want to know. I just want to know why. Okay, here you go.
That was
Oh,
people asking, not the producer.
well, when they talk about cheating, they really want everybody wants to know about cheating. But is cheating acceptable? Yes or no? Ain't that what? Let me check my flyer and make sure. I'll be right back. I'm gonna check the flyer and see what it says. Why is cheating okay in some relationships? And the only reason I can think cheating is okay in
No, I
any,
haven't accepted. No, I haven't accepted it when I found out about it. No, I have not accepted it. No, no. Mm-mm.
so that's what I would say. I don't know. It depends. It depends. I think the only way I would say cheating is acceptable if it's payback. If it's payback. If your spouse cheated and they don't want to
Two
accept it,
wrongs don't make a right.
but sometimes you got to feel that pain, Denise. You got to feel if even if you don't actually go out and have sex with someone, act like you did. Let that pain be felt by your partner because that way he understands what you're going through. Especially as a man, we don't understand crap. Okay, here you go. When you found
When you
out,
found out your husband and wife cheated, did you continue? Did you continue in the marriage?
yes, I would in my situation because I was a cheater. Now, if I was innocent and I still loved her, yes, I would still stay in a relationship. I was just trying to fix why I got cheated on. You know,
Why,
why
T
cheat?
Rex? Why would you stay in the marriage?
Well, I think you would stay in a marriage for a lot of reasons. It could be you don't want to be alone. It could be financial, but I think the biggest reason is you married that person and you wanted to be with that person. So everybody, I'm not. Then again, when I say everybody, I'm not speaking of everybody. Everybody slips and falls. Everyone may slip and fall during some time in life, but that's it. BS T Rex. I'm not saying I'm out.
I'm with that too. That's bull crap. Because I'm not gonna do no. I'm not
Well,
staying in it. No, I'm not doing that because you don't have no reason to be cheating. And if you cheat, you know that I was saying once a cheater, always a cheater. But I'm not. I'm not doing that. Are you frozen?
Why the hell would you stay with someone that ran up in that? Well,
Why
fellas,
would you hell? That's right. Why the hell would you stay when someone ran up in that?
oh boy, cheating is. Jennifer said cheating is intentional. It's not a mistake.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I saw you. I saw you, Denise. I just don't. Okay, here we go. I wouldn't even want to kiss my husband if he was with another bee. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's not acceptable, is what you're saying. Cheating is. There's no reason on this earth to cheat.
No.
So then, okay, here we go. I don't know if Jennifer, who Jennifer
But
is.
she's right out of bounds.
She's right on out of bounds, fam. Well, I just want you to know one thing. I don't know so if your spouse cheated on you, was married 50 years, you throw that 50 years in the blink.
If you got, I know people been married 30 and 40 years and they cheated and they get divorced. Yes.
Okay. T-Rex, you have more excuses than you need to. All I ask is, that's what I asked the question. I'm not trying to give you any excuses. I'm telling you, you can come up with an excuse on any
Hell yes, you're the crazy one, T-Rex.
Wait a minute, I'm not.
Here we go. Didn't do your homework.
I did do my homework. Let's try this. You're the crazy one, T-Rex. I got my homework. I done my homework. I mean, that's a topic. The topic is it acceptable?
Well, you said you would stay in a relationship.
I would if I really love that person. I mean,
what's love got to do with it?
So clearly you okay with cheating. Wow, that's not what I said. I didn't say
Yeah, right, Denise.
I did not say I was okay with cheating.
Eat the
Damn.
cake, Anime.
Oh, damn, you're right, Denise. All I'm saying is if you still love that person, maybe that person made a mistake. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm not talking about me. Maybe your spouse was weak that night and did something and regrets
Eat
it.
the damn cake, T-Rex.
Okay. Uh,
Eat the cake, T-Rex.
what cake? But I'm trying to understand what that means. What's up? Felicia's watching. Hi, Felicia.
Hey, Felicia. Why did your ass cheat? They said, why did you cheat?
This is not about me. This is about the topic. The topic is
But they asked you what they asked the question.
Why did I cheat? That's a good question.
Yes, that's what they said.
And I'm not going to answer that question. Felicia said Felicia said good afternoon. Please stop. I just said I'm not.
Just
I'm not
stop.
gonna
Just
answer that
stop.
question. Everybody has their personal reasons why they cheated, no matter how stupid they may be. And I didn't say they were good excuses. There's just stupid excuses.
Thank God for Denise. T-Rex, you just cheated just to be cheating. You just he cheated for no reason. He cheated for no reason.
Okay.
Just because he tried to have a side piece on the side, that's why he cheated. Side chick.
No.
Yeah.
That's not it. That's not. Why have a side chick that you can't do everything you want to do with?
Now hold up on that. Some men do.
That makes no sense.
It ain't no worse than you can't stand in a relationship when you cheat.
Oh, I don't know. Here, but somebody wants to know how many was hurt by you. None. No.
That's too many to name. Don't do it. Don't do it.
All I'm going to say is that part of my life is in the past. I'm trying to move forward. And I always say, Denise can vouch, if I hurt you, I apologize. That's all I can do. I can't go back in time and fix it. Because if I could, I would. If I had that DeLorean, I would go back in time and fix it, but I can't. So I have to live with that hurt that I gave people. And that's why I tell people.
You just have to do better.
And then Michelle said, hey, a little late, but I'm here. She says, I'm here, Terry. They're on you already. Yes, girl. Michelle, yes, they are. They're on me already. Denise, that's your girl. She saved me. Yeah. Okay, here you go.
Someone with just the initial R said, "Whoop, stop, stop lying because you have a new supposedly lying life." Wow. The initial R.
I don't have a new lying life. I haven't lied to anyone. I didn't lie. I was divorced. So, and I haven't lied since.
Ooh,
So
you
I'm
busted.
sure I know who that R is.
Think back. You'll remember real quick.
Let me know, producer. Just say,
T-Rex, we love how clammy you get with these topics. Robin.
Yeah, I wrote that. Thanks for the shirt, Luke. Yeah, I think most people need to understand that life's a little different. Oh, okay, then, producer. I just think it was different, and I'm not gonna say I was perfect because everybody wants to know why me, what did I do. Pretty sure a lot of y'all know why I did what I did. I was a greedy man, and I don't think
T-Rex them arms though. I see why you cheat. Woo! Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Where them arms at?
Thank you, but no. I go to the gym because I'm an old dude. I still try to still do a lot of work to do around the house, so I'd be
Where
trying
them
to get.
arms at? Where them arms at?
Anyway, uh, the question, as with so many people, is asking. So apparently, cheating is not okay. So the second part that's not on the thing is, how would you
They said that, like
address?
you said, T Rex. They think it's an ego thing.
Yeah, I think it's an ego thing. How would you address your spouse or your significant other on the situation of cheating to make sure at the beginning of your relationship that both of you understood cheating? I think that's probably a good reason why to have a conversation. And I think people accept it because they have financial reasons or open marriage. Open marriage is not cheating. Everybody knows you
No.
got open marriage. That's not
Mm,
cheating. Cheating is when one person
commercial.
doesn't know the other cheat. Here goes the commercial.
This is Coach Abbott, head coach of Southwest Legacy, home of the Titans, and you are watching TAN TV.
And
I tell
Michelle
them up
said,
front. I tell them up front. I ain't taking no BS. I ain't taking no cheat. If you gonna do that, don't put no ring on this finger because somebody gonna be in trouble,
well,
and it ain't gonna be me. It ain't
you
gonna be
heard it.
me.
You heard it from Denise, and that is the truth. That is the truth. I know that's right, girl. I know that's the truth. That's just the truth. Nobody can tell
It
you any
ain't
more
gonna
than
be
that.
me.
You can't tell you anything more than
Mm-mm.
that. So I just got to say to anybody out there who's doing some cheating, uh, you need to figure out what you're gonna lose when you get
Somebody said
caught.
I don't comment. I just live life.
Yeah,
Some
I can
people
see.
do. If that's what they want to do, if they want to live a life that people they know that's them. Each to his own. But this little sister here, little sister girl here, ain't gonna do it.
Uh oh. Oh Lord, your girl that said something. Hold on, I gotta read it. Hot Terry, get them. Women looking at you and cheating sometimes is absence. Certain things may be missing in that relationship or feel like they are unwanted. It does make it right. Communication is needed on a lot of relations in a lot of relationships. I agree. I agree.
I'm divorcing if there's cheating. Somebody said T Rex are pork chops.
G Rex are pork chops. Okay. What's a pork chop? I don't eat pork, so I quit eating pork.
T Rex is our pork chops.
Oh yeah, they're eating us up. I get you. All right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that if you understand, I don't have to share. Okay, here's what your girl Michelle said. I don't share someone. Do I laugh out loud? Me neither, Denise. So she says she don't share. So with that being said,
That's right.
if you somebody said force his ass eat the cake, Denise. If you was having great sex with your spouse or your significant other, and it got boring and you suggested something and they didn't like to do it and you just wanted to do it because it made you happy and you went out and did it, would you be wrong if you suggested that to that spouse? I
Yeah,
don't
if you
share my
suggest
cookies.
something, it's best not to be suggesting stuff like that because that's just gonna cause the mess in the relationship. But if you suggested something, then that's on you what happens. If you suggest he goes do that or whatever, that's a totally different thing. That's on you. But so many relationships have broken up because people have invited people into their relationships. That's not a good thing to do, period.
I
Because
agree.
that just causes all kind of confusion.
Now, this is what my grandma told me about back in the day. Okay. And for my cousin Kevin, this is Thelma talking, not Terry talking. This is Thelma. Because that's my Uncle Eddie's my great Uncle Eddie is Kevin's dad. So back in the day, according to my grandma, that's what they had. We'll call them call girls for to do all their 30 things that a wife wouldn't do. So why should a wife not do all those 30 things that a man do. Because right now, sex ain't the same way it was back in the day. I mean, you got some things that people want to say that
Stay out of them 60s, T-Rex. And somebody said you can jump off the chandelier onto your man, do freakish, and his ass will still cheat. True.
Oh Lord. Terry, cheating was part of your old life. You're married now. It's not part
Woo!
of your new life.
Woo,
That is
Lord, but oh my.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, being a cheater is not it. You think it's cool, but when you try to reform, it ain't easy. It ain't easy because everybody thinks that you still doing it. And if you make one mistake, not flirting, a flirt mistake, you could be assumed cheating, and then your butt's grass.
So
Okay,
clearly Denise is the smart one.
So do I think flirting is not okay?
They said it's not okay, T-Rex. It's not okay.
Okay. One more thing. We'd already discussed that it's not okay. All right. And Michelle said, I agree. It does cause confusion when you allow someone in your relationship, and the other one, another thing, if it was someone, hold on, I got to push it up. Someone else's will be, someone's always going to get their feelings hurt. You're right. You're right, Michelle. Everybody's going to get their feelings hurt. So don't do it.
I'm going to need you to refocus and notice that flirting is temptations.
I agree. Matter of fact, to be totally honest with you, I got told that recently. So yeah, you gotta pick your battles, and if you want to be happy, you just have to sometimes surrender. Can't always fight. Sometimes just gotta surrender, accept what reality tells you. If you really care about that person, you just have to accept that. Michelle said cheating or with or without permission is wrong in a marriage. People need to bring morals. Today's people, to answer your question, Michelle, today's people don't really see morals like that. I mean, I'm out here in California and they don't see no damn morals.
They said
Michelle said she agrees with you, Denise, on that leads to other stuff.
Tempting a temptation is a scary road to go down.
It is. I think the only way you're gonna stop cheating is keep your ass at home.
Right.
Go to the gym, bring your ass back home. Go to the store with your spouse and go back home. Jennifer agrees with you too, Denise. Just bring your butt right home and then you safe. And if you want some freaky deaky stuff, bag for it.
I don't have to read that one aloud, so I won't. T-Rex, read it yourself. To yourself.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you for saying I look good. But that's not cheating. That was just a compliment.
Did you read that one before that?
Yeah.
Okay. T-Rex on that slow bus again.
No. To answer that person's question is I'm not acting all brand new. I just accept all responsibility. I accept responsibility. That's all you can do, accept responsibility. I lost a very, very dear friend by doing some stupid crap like that. So, and I lost a lot of good female friends that if I didn't cross that line would still be great people in my life right now. So yes, I understand what you're talking about, that silent person. So
Denise, we can't have you the clank girl. I'll go. You better have whatever it is, 6250, 7250, whatever. Yeah.
And the clank. All I can say is that's it. And it is hard reading Laura's again. It's hard to get past the guilt. I mean, I can't tell you.
We needed you get a T-Rex. We get out of bounds.
We need you to get out of bounds. I try to stay in bounds, not out of bounds. I don't want to be that person anymore. But you have to look at it, and I think from a cheater's point of view, it's because you looking for it, some type of high, and that's all it is. Well, somebody said, T-Rex, I see you, sir. Yes, I do. You guys are entertaining. Thank you. We trying to be. Michelle said, there's been a 87.50 laugh out loud. She said something up earlier. Hold on. She said, here in Tennessee is a lot of people that don't have morals. I see girls sleeping around with each other's men and sleeping with each other men, drinking and partying with each other, acting like they don't care and or just don't care or respect themselves. Did she say here is 87.50?
Somebody said my wife said I can't flirt.
Well, then don't. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't, because it's not an easy road, and I'm not trying to. I never pat myself on the back. I always take responsibility. So, fellas, if you out there, or ladies, if you're out there and you cheating and you in a serious relationship, stop. Stop before you get caught and reform. And if you need to tell them, then you need to go to counseling. That's all I can say. You need to go to counseling, because getting it out in the open hurts, but it makes it aware. And then once you
can make a decision based on that.
Yeah. Everyone accepts cheating at the moment. T-Rump still has his high egg prices. That is true. You got a couple seconds there. I don't understand why this man is making everything so high. They're trying to pass that bill now in Senate so that the taxpayers pay more taxes and the rich pay less taxes. I think that's like an oxymoron. Why can't the rich just pay their fair share? And then there would be no deficit. Oh, Lord, son. A reform cheater. That's funny, Terry. Yes, that must be somebody I know. Yes, it is. It might be funny, but that's what
they say. That's funny that you're a reform cheater.
You're doing tough things, and then crap happens to you. It kind of puts you in a perspective. And if you know what I've been going through these past couple of years, it wasn't nice. So yes, I believe that
they said T-Rump is the biggest cheater.
He is. He can't help it. He's just lining like somebody said, he's lining his pockets with money. Come on. What's up, nephew? I hope you're feeling better. But man, I just tell you, man, I don't understand the other Republicans in Senate. Don't they think that the average Republican now doesn't make a lot of money? The average Republican is a middle class American. He's not rich like they used to be.
They said T-Rump cheated on the first lady, and she's still at the White House. She don't stay there half the time.
Well, she comes when she has a political thing to say, like when everybody reposted her naked pictures and crap. And she wanted that to be a law, so she came to the White House and said, you shouldn't be reposting people's pictures. Well, I think people shouldn't be out there doing it. Man, my nephew said he's still having AIDS, but he's listening. You have to listen, man. You have to listen. The budget, the biggest one budget to accept cheating. Uh-oh.
That's the biggest one to accept cheating. Let's not forget Hillary.
Well, I'm not getting into politics on why people cheat or why people do what they do. I'm just saying I don't really care if Donald Trump was over there making money doing something else, but the American people wasn't paying for it. If he wants to go over there and swindle and make deals on the side, you shouldn't have voted for a businessman. That's how I see it. He's a businessman. So that's what he does. So if you're okay with that, you're okay with it. I just not okay with him hurting people with Medicare, Social Security, and Medicaid, and all those things. He's trying to stop Harvard from bringing people over to go to college. That's crazy. Well, everybody, we got to go in a minute. So, Denise, we got, I think, 2 minutes left.
Yeah, those are examples of accepting cheating in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
T-Rex, I can listen to you speak politics all day long.
It's just the truth. I mean, poor people shouldn't have to pay more than rich people. And unfortunately, the red states are the poorest states. And they voted for this guy. I read it before we go. Hold on, producer. Give me a couple more seconds. Before we get off here, I read this article about a lady. She's a rancher in Wyoming. She lost her ranch because all the illegal aliens didn't go up there, and they stopped showing up for work. So when they stopped showing up for work, she couldn't get her product out. I don't know if it was livestock, whatever it was, but she couldn't get it out. So all these guys up there losing their things, and she said, and I voted for him. But you never think it's going to happen to you. You always think it's going to happen to somebody else. I just want to say this. If you don't know what racism is, vets should stop paying more. That is true. If you know racism, if you don't know what racism is, I'll tell you right now. Watch what Team Rump is doing. He just brought some people from South Africa that wasn't fugitives, gave them everything because they was white. That's the only reason why he did it. I'm not being mean. I'm just being honest. And everybody that was those Latinos and all that, he paid to send a plane over there to pick them up on our dime, but he did not send a plane to pick that young man that's incarcerated in El Salvador. That's wrong. Alimony will hurt your ass.
Alimony will have your ass not cheating.
Yeah, because it's lifetime, brother. This lifetime. I'll let you know that right now. It is lifetime. Good night, girl. Your girl said good night. Happy birthday, Miss Denise Lady. I'm glad you made it tonight. See you next Sunday. Devons, you said yes. Vets should not have to pay more. I agree. We paid enough. So everybody.
Can you read, sir? Yeah, I'm concerned.
Can you read? I'm reading. I gotta read 4 or 5 screens here. So yeah, I'm trying to read. Look.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, everybody, I'm sure the producer's going to tell us we got to get ready to go. So, Denise, say your goodbyes, and then we'll say our goodbyes. And
I'm glad everybody tuned in tonight. I hope everyone has a nice Memorial Day tomorrow. Go out and visit their loved ones and everything. Just remember, stay focused on what you're doing, and cheating is not good. So if you're in a relationship and you really care about somebody and you don't want to see them hurt, don't do that. Just talk about it. And if you don't have that much for that person, let them know and just let them go. And then if you let them go, then you don't have to worry about cheating. You do what you wanted to. But thanks for watching, and we enjoyed it. We'll see you next Sunday. Have a good week.
Cynthia, how you doing, girl? Yeah, we're about to go. You kind of missed it, but get us next week. Come on a little earlier next week.
Houston, Cali, Arizona, Clarksville, Missouri, Utah, and Vegas.
Ooh, Utah. Ooh, we leave that one alone. Anyway, everybody, like I said before, if you got a topic, let us know. And if you'd like to come on the show, let us know. Michelle said, amen. She said your whole name. Hawaii and Oakland. She said your whole name, Denise.
I know.
So thanks for tuning in to TAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local feel with global reach. Pittsburgh and Hollywood. Look at Hollywood. Oh, go ahead, Hollywood. So this is Out of Bounds with myself, T-Rex, and of course the beautiful, gorgeous, redhead Denise, the fire one. See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Hit me up on Facebook if you got a topic, or hit us up. Let us know somehow.
If you want to be on the show, let us know.
Later. Deuces.
Bye.
Take us, producers, when you're ready. Yeah, just go to my Facebook page.
My Facebook page is Renetta Denise Bell.
Mine is my name, Terry Rayford Sr., so put it out there. What's your Facebook page? That's what I said. Terry Rayford Sr. Got it.
They
All
said
right,
got it.
everybody. Talk to y'all
Bye.
later.